So it's been a really long time since I filmed a proper Q&A video. I've done multiple live streams or Instagram lives where I've answered your questions like as they come through, but yeah, it's been a long time since I've done just like a straight up Q&A video, so I thought I would do that. So I had you guys ask me questions on my Instagram story beginning of April. I probably won't answer all of them because you guys came through with a lot of questions, which is great, but we just don't have time to go through all of them. All right, first question. Why did you start fingerboarding? The reason why was purely because I watched a Mike Schneider video and I saw him doing really cool tricks and I was like, I want to learn how to do that. So I bought myself a board and that's why I started. How do you make your trucks so loose? Well, it's a mixture of two things. Firstly, I'm a firm believer that wide trucks get you the loosest possible variant. Just because it's a screw-in kingpin, you don't have to worry so much about the lock nut falling off. I have only ever owned one set of BRTs with just the regular lock nut, and I've never vibed with that because I'm always worried about it coming off. That's one thing. The second thing is bushings. Right now, I've been rocking Zane's XXX Soft. South Soft also does some really soft bushings, but yeah, if you get soft bushings, you can get your trucks really loose. Or you could do the other thing I do. If you listen to the last fingerboard brew episode or the micro brew, you would have heard about this. I sometimes with dynamics run my trucks with only the bottom bushing, and yeah, pretty much that's how I get them super loose. Favorite type of video to make? So I think this is kind of a hard question. The first thing that comes to my mind is unboxings because they're the easiest to make. And more recently, I'm fortunate enough to have companies send me stuff, so I'm usually surprised by what they send me, and that's always really, really sick. Honestly, I really enjoy doing vlogs, and the main reason why I don't upload those as much is because I'm usually just stuck at home working. And on the days that I go out to shoot, I can't bring my camera because of NDAs. Yeah, vlogs are fun when I get to film them and when they're more interesting. But honestly, I like filming anything. I just enjoy making content. I'm like making stuff that no one else is making. So if there's a review out there, which I don't think covers every single aspect, I'll maybe make another review for that product. But yeah, what's your favorite fingerboard memory? I'm going to cheat and pick two different memories, but both of them actually happened within, I'd say, like 3 months of each other. But the first one was coming back to the scene on Instagram last year. I think I started my account this time last year, but I've obviously been fingerboarding for a lot longer than that. I've been fingerboarding since 2014, and I just resisted creating an Instagram, and you guys would have heard all about that on the podcast. But when I came onto the Instagram scene, it was so cool to see everyone like really supporting me. Like Chris from Beast Pants was posting on his story. Guillermo, who rides for Beast Pants, was also posting on his story. Just tons of people who I made connections with through YouTube or whatever were just like reposting about me, and it was just so cool to see that. And here I am like immersed into this whole other world of fingerboarding, which I didn't know existed prior to last year, honestly. But then the second favorite memory was probably getting my first sponsorship from Goat on the Road. I know that sounds really, really almost superficial, but it was just really great to have someone like Helena, who I've been friends with for a while, reach out to me. She sent me a really, really long text and it was super heartfelt, and I was really touched. It was like 4 a.m. for me as well. That's probably one of the memories that's just gonna stay in my brain forever. Splitply or print? I'd say print. I also like a good hand-painted deck. How to find style? So I don't remember who it was that I saw this from, but someone on Instagram posted on their story saying, you know, style isn't about copying other people, it's about creating your own. Honestly, it's just like keep practicing and eventually your own style will come about naturally. That's what I think. I went through a really long period of time of trying to copy people like Samaroni and just completely failed because that's not how I fingerboard, and if I tried to fingerboard like that, it wouldn't feel natural to me. So, you know, it'll come naturally, just keep fingerboarding and it'll happen. How long do you see yourself in the fingerboard community before you move on? That is a deep question. I see myself fingerboarding for a really long time. I see myself fingerboarding pretty much forever. I don't remember a time after 2014 when I started where I didn't have at least one fingerboarder with me. Even when there was like a whole year or 2 years where I wasn't like actively fingerboarding, I was still doing tricks here and there. I wasn't posting videos, but I was still fingerboarding behind the scenes. As for being in the community, I think for me, being active means like posting on Instagram and YouTube regularly. I'm lucky enough that right now my job is, you know, I freelance, so I get to decide how to spend my time. But even then, right now, I'm getting busier and busier. And that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop making videos anytime soon, but it just means like I'm already finding it difficult at times to film videos, especially since like I don't really get revenue from YouTube or anything like that, so it doesn't get me paid. But honestly, I really enjoy making videos. I really like creating content, and I really love the community despite some of the downs that we might go through. I would love to be in the community like for as long as I possibly can. So yeah, I don't really know is truly the answer. Where are you actually from and where do you live now? Okay, so I think this is confusing to a lot of people for multiple reasons, but I'm from Hong Kong. I currently live in Hong Kong. I went to boarding school in the UK, for those of you who are confused about how the UK plays into my life. And then after that, I went to university in the States. Hong Kong was once colonized by the UK, so learning English has been compulsory for a really long time. English is basically my first language. Like, I've known it since birth. How long does it take to shoot a full video? So something like this might take me half an hour to an hour to film, and then another hour or two to edit. But something like a review takes longer because I have to prep my notes. This is one of the first videos in a long time that I haven't had to prep notes on, aside from vlogs. Every video where I'm like just sitting and looking at the camera telling you about a product, usually it's scripted in some way or another. Also unboxings I don't script. But yeah, that takes a little bit more time. For some of the vlogs, like my thoughts on Black River decks, it's not that I plan what to say, but I know I'm going to talk about it at some point in the video. If there's a certain thing or topic that I don't think needs a whole video, or at this current moment in time I can't offer a whole video, I'll find a way to include it into a vlog that I'm doing. What part of your fingerboard progression took the longest? I'd say like doing tricks clean or finding style. What do you like to do apart from fingerboarding? I like taking photos, I like filmmaking. Luckily, that's also my job. I also do design work as well. This isn't a question, but someone says support ASI Berlin shop, and I agree, support ASI. Thoughts on iPhone versus real cameras for edits? I actually have been thinking about this myself too. I really respect people who can make a good iPhone edit because I don't know how to use an iPhone to the fullest. I know how to use a camera, proper DSLR or something like that. And I'll let you in on a little secret, but I think that when you have a DSLR, it's a lot easier to make really simple tricks look really cool or really good. You can create depth of field, right? Your background can be blurry and then only a certain part of the frame is in focus. And that just like screams higher quality. But the thing is, I like iPhone edits because everything is in focus and you'll never miss a trick. Like, you'll never miss like a certain part of a trick that someone is doing. I have a lot of respect for people who can film on an iPhone, like, again, because I don't know how to do it. Also, iPhones, you can do a follow cam style, which I can't do with my camera. I know a lot of people use GoPros though, so that's also cool. What keeps you motivated to buy and keep supporting the scene? I think the people is a really simple answer. A lot of company owners are genuinely really nice people. I want to be able to support them, and if I see that they're doing something good for the scene, or if I see that they're giving back to the community, I want to support that cause as well. So yeah. All right, so I think that's a good amount of questions to end on. I didn't get to every single one of them. Like I said, if I missed your question or if you didn't get the chance to ask one, follow me on Instagram so you can keep up to date on when I'm doing my next Q&A. By the time this video is uploaded, I will have announced my newest giveaway, so you should definitely go and check that out on my Instagram as well. I'm giving away a deck that pretty much looks exactly like this from Fizzy, and you're gonna be the only other person on this earth to own a deck with my little robot on there. Thank you for submitting your questions. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.